Hello, dear friends, and welcome to today's cozy story time. This tale is for all ages, children, teens, and adults, anyone who enjoys a gentle, heartwarming story filled with peace and a touch of wonder. So, settle in with a cup of tea, a soft blanket, and let's begin. In a small, charming town where cobblestone streets curved between flower-filled cottages, lived a shy young woman named Clara. She worked in the town's little bookshop, a place that smelled of old paper, fresh ink, and polished wood. Clara loved the quiet rhythm of her days arranging shelves, tying ribbons around sold books, and greeting the customers with a soft smile. Though she was gentle and kind, Clara often felt invisible. She spent her evenings walking home past gardens where roses climbed the fences, listening to birdsong fading into twilight. At night, she would sit by her window with a candle, reading stories of love and adventure, wondering if her own life might ever hold something as special. Clara's heart longed for connection, but her shy nature often kept her from reaching out. She had friends in town, but she had never felt the spark she sometimes read about in books. To her, love seemed like a distant dream, tucked away in stories and songs. What Clara didn't know was that life, in its quiet way, was preparing a beautiful surprise, one that would change her world with the gentlest of encounters. One golden afternoon, Clara decided to visit the town square after work. The air was warm, filled with the scent of lilacs and the laughter of children chasing each other around the fountain. She carried a small basket of bread rolls from the bakery, planning to enjoy one on a bench beneath the old elm tree. As she turned the corner, lost in thought, she suddenly bumped into someone. The basket slipped, and the rolls tumbled onto the cobblestones. "Oh, I'm so sorry," Clara exclaimed, kneeling quickly to gather them. A gentle voice replied, "No, it was my fault. Here, let me help." She looked up and saw a young man kneeling beside her. His eyes were kind, warm like the sunlight through autumn leaves. He handed her the rolls with a smile that made her heart flutter. "I'm Elias," he said softly. "I just moved to town. And you are?" "Clara," she whispered, her cheeks warm. They sat together on the bench under the elm, sharing the rolls in a conversation that flowed more easily than Clara expected. Elias told her he loved books, music, and quiet walks by the river, all the same things Clara cherished. Each word felt like a thread weaving between them, pulling their hearts closer. When the church bells rang in the distance, Clara realized she had been talking with him for nearly an hour. For the first time in a long while, she felt seen, as if someone had discovered the part of her she usually kept hidden. The days that followed were filled with little meetings that seemed to happen naturally. Clara would find Elias at the bookshop, browsing the shelves with curiosity. Sometimes they'd walk together through the market, laughing softly at the cheerful calls of the vendors. Other times, they'd sit by the riverbank, watching the ripples glisten in the fading light. Clara's shyness did not vanish overnight, but with Elias, she felt safe. He never rushed her words or looked past her quiet nature. Instead, he listened as though each thought she shared was a treasure. One evening, under a sky painted with shades of pink and gold, Elias turned to her and said, "Meeting you felt like stumbling into a story I never knew I was meant to be part of." Clara's heart swelled, and for once, she didn't feel shy. She simply smiled, knowing deep down that something special had begun. And so, dear friends, Clara discovered that sometimes love arrives when we least expect it, in a gentle bump, a shared smile, and the warmth of being truly understood. Thank you for joining me in this cozy story time. If it touched your heart, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back for more peaceful, heartwarming tales. Until next time, may your days be filled with kindness, connection, and quiet joy.